Hello, hello, Stampers. Welcome to my Facebook Live video, and welcome to Lori's Stamping Creations. So I am running a little tardy. I normally do these videos at 7 p.m., but I was at a party and it lasted a little longer than I thought. So anyway, here I am, and I have 6 cards for you tonight. 6 cards for my Sunday Share card. So before we get into those, I want to do a little recap from last Sunday, like I always do, and announce the winner. Last week, I think I had 7 or 8. I'm not sure how many cards I had, but this card was drawn, and Natalie A. is the winner. So Natalie A., you know who you are, and I will get this card to you in the mail. Your name was drawn to get some happy mail. So congratulations to her, and thank you to all of you that voted for your favorite card last week. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, I apologize for being a little late, but we're going to get started with card number 1. Okay, and this was a recent card swap that I did for a demonstrator meeting that was this weekend. I've had a busy weekend, actually. But anyway, yesterday, several of us got together, and this was my swap that I contributed to our event. And I used the, let's see, Cutest Crew stamp set. Of course, I used the little doggies right here, and then I used the die to cut those dogs out, and I also used this paw print die right there. So I don't know if these are back in stock, or the dies were gone. I don't know if they're back again now or not for purchase, but I used one of my favorite color combos. I just used a white card base and then real red and black and smoky slate. And I added a little bit of pink in there for the butterflies and the flowers. And see this little dog here? I added spots. So I've got a little Dalmatian puppy there. I thought that turned out cute. All right, so that's card number 1. If you would like to vote, and maybe you will be the winner next Sunday for some happy mail. Okay, this is another swap, that meeting that I was talking about yesterday. It's a real simple, fun fold card, so it opens like this. And this was made by Cheryl D. And Cheryl used that Cutest Crew set also. And she also used these 2 dies right here in the center. That is the, let's see, Nested Essentials dies that have been around a while. So, used some designer paper, and Early Espresso was the card base. So thank you, Cheryl, for swapping with me. I really like this cute card. All right. Now we're moving right along here. Like I said, we have 6 cards today. This is card number 3, and my card base is Blueberry Bushel this time around. I don't know, it's not a color I use very often, but I sure like it on this card with the pretty blues, and of course white, and then garden green for my leaves. And this features the Paradise Garden bundle. So I use several of the stamps, and I use the sentiment that says, "Wishing you a lovely day." And then dies to cut out all my images, and this die here for the sentiment. Okay, so we'll get another look at this card. I also use the Everyday Arches dies for 2 separate layers here. Okay, and what else? Garden Poetry designer paper. So this layer here and this layer here is that Garden Poetry DSP. So I hope you like this card. If you do, and you would like to vote, this is number 3. Okay, if you don't have time to vote, or you can't decide on the 6 cards, just let me know you're here and just say hi or hello or tell me what you're doing this weekend. That would be fabulous. All right, card number 4. This was a pretty simple card to make. I did celebrate on the front and happy birthday on the inside. This is a color combo of, let's see, Night of Navy and Petal Pink and Vanilla. And I used some of these palm trees from Boardwalk Fun. So I stamped some of these trees, and then I also cut some more out with the dies for Boardwalk Fun. And this is in the current Spring Mini catalog. Okay. Real pretty birthday card. That was number 4, like I said. And then here is another Fun Fold card that was made by Laura R. And it opens like this. So real simple, but it's very pretty because I love this paper. This paper that Laura used comes from, I wrote this down, Splash of Sparkles, designer series paper. And Timid Tiger is your card base. And then this tulip, it's Sunshine, let's see, Sunshine and Tulips bundle. The dies are not available anymore. It's in the Spring Mini catalog, which you can still get the Sunshine and Tulips stamp set, but the dies are not available anymore. So, anyway, Sending a Garden of Love, and then it says Thinking of You on the inside. So great job, Laura. Thank you so much for swapping with me yesterday. Card 5, as I mentioned. Okay, and then last but not least, we have card number 6. Very, very simple card. I used this lovely paper. You've seen me use this a lot. It's called Lovely Blossoms Designer Series paper, and this printed paper is just like this. I didn't have to do anything to the flowers because the designer paper, does that wow for us. And then I'll raise it up here. You can see I ran it through an embossing folder that's called Lovely Stripes 3D embossing folder. I did see that this is on low inventory right now, so if you like that embossing folder, you might want to snag it up because it is on low inventory. The Hello Friend comes from the lovely arrangement stamps that I use a lot of. I want to tell you about this ribbon. So this is cloud cover ribbon, and it's 5/8. 5/8 inch, which is too wide for me, and I wanted to make it a little skinnier. So all I did was, if you cut it down in the center, it will fray. It frays really bad, actually. But I put some tear and tape, put a strip of tear tape here, and just folded it over and made it like this. My ribbon skinnier. And then I snipped off 2 little pieces, and that's how I did that. So the only part that, this could fray here and this could fray here, but this part, like I said, is folded over to make the ribbon thinner. Okay, that's card number 6, and that is all. Let's bring them all back in here. Okay, that's card 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So if you'd like to vote, you might get one of these cards in the mail next Sunday. And until then, happy stamping. Bye-bye.